Okay, so welcome back. So in this class, I'm gonna really peel back the curtain and show you the exact 4-step process, really the roadmap that we go through with clients to get them well and to keep them well. And when you come into the office, this is actually where most of it will start. So at the end, you'll also get an opportunity to apply to see if we're a good fit to work together in getting you some of those same results. As you discovered in the previous video, we really need to start at the beginning. We need to know where you are and where you want to go. And that's really the first step of our journey, what we call assess. We take a microscope and really figure out where you are. One thing we are known for is a systematic and thorough approach that we take with everything that we do in the practice. Okay, check this out. Let's simplify this. This is the way that we approach it. So when we first work with people, we focus on the frame domain. Reason being, remember when we were back in school, when we were taught that there's one thing in our body that controls absolutely everything else in our body. And that's what? It's our brain. Our brain sends messages down through to the rest of our body through what we call nerves. So the brain is connected to a spinal cord. The spinal cord goes out to all these little wires that connect everything, which are the nerves. Now your brain is protected by this little skull thing here, what we call a brain bucket. Thank God we've got these things. Now the extension of your skull is really your spine. So your spine's primary function is for protection. It's the suit of armor that protects everything. So if that brain is connected properly to the body and those nerves are sending those signals through, what happens is if that all happens properly, then your body functions. And if everything is functioning properly, all of the organs, tissues, and cells of your body are working properly and functioning, that's what we call your body being in a state of ease. Now, if your body's in a state of ease, everything is working the way that it should, then that is what we call health. And everything is working the way that it should. Now, if your body is healthy, your brain is sending those signals through properly, your body's functioning, it's in a state of ease, it's in a state of health, how do you think you feel? Where we start to address the issue is just at this level right here. Once I start to feel terrible, that means not so good. What we know is that we need to start at the beginning. What we need to do is start up here. So what we know is when there are different stresses, traumas, bad postures, bad habits, accidents, all kinds of things that can happen over time, it can cause misalignment to the spine. When there's misalignment to the spine up here, it causes something we call nerve stress or nerve disturbance, whatever you want to call it. Now, when there is nerve stress like that, there's not a disconnection between your brain and your body, but your body is not able to pick up the signals properly from the brain. And again, the body's not able to send proper signals back up to the brain. Now, if that's not happening properly, then what happens to your state of function? It is not functioning the way that it should. So it's what it was called malfunction. So your body's starting to malfunction. As your body starts to malfunction, then things start to break down. When things start to break down in your body or not functioning the way that they should, that's what we call a state of dis-ease. It's not disease yet. It's not a disease process, but there's a lack of ease in your body. It's a state of dis-ease. As your body moves into a state of disease, it's moving further and further away from health and moving closer and closer and closer to sickness, what we call ill health. Now, if your body's in a state of ill health because things are malfunctioning, your body's in a state of dis-ease, how do you think you tend to feel? No bueno. Not good. Now, again, what happens is that people are so fixated with this point right here. All I want to do is start to feel better. I just want to feel better. But what we know is that if all we did was chase the symptoms and just try to get you to feel better for now, we're missing a whole other part of what's causing the problem to happen in the first place. So our jobs is to not just get you to feel better, but get your body to get into a state of health and ease, function, so that your brain and body are communicating properly. And that's where we start. That's why we focus on the frame domain. And this is how we do it. We'll start with the consultation so that your doctor can learn more about you, your health objectives, your goals, and really get to the bottom of things. And then we move into forensics mode. And we'll perform a thorough and detailed neurostructural examination to identify any primary problems in your spine and your nerve system, mainly structural distortions and misalignments that result in nerve interference. This testing is painless and completely non-invasive. So our detailed neurostructural examination may consist of advanced palpation examination. This is really a hands-on analysis that allows the doctor to evaluate the movement, position of your individual spinal vertebrae. Then there's postural and spinal motion analysis, where we'll measure how well your spine moves through a variety of specific movements and ranges of motion. Then there's thermography study. This is a computerized infrared thermography test that measures how your autonomic nerves are functioning. Those are kind of the nerves that control your organs and your glands. Next is a digital structural analysis. This is a test that measures for global structural distortions in the spine and for postural conditions that could be affecting the transmission of the nerves. Then there's an adaptability analysis. This is a computerized heart rate variability, what they call HRV. That's a test that measures how the stresses of your lifestyle are starting to affect the function of your body and your overall health by determining how well your body is adapting to all of the physical, chemical, and emotional stresses in your life. Then there's an electromyography study, we call it EMG. This is a computerized test that measures how your motor nerves are functioning. These are the nerves that control your muscles. So once your examination is complete, that's when the doctor really goes to work to analyze and study the results of your test to determine how we can best help you. On your follow-up visit, we begin the next step, action map. So on that visit, we'll review all of your specific results and give you our best recommendations. Things you can do at home, things you can do in the office, then you can decide what you want to do from there. And we'll tell you exactly what's going on, how we can best help, how long it will take, how much your investment will be, and any options that you have. So once you and your doctor come to an agreement on your unique action map and any questions or concerns you have are answered, your care can start right away and begin the next step, which is align. In this ongoing step of the process, we'll be doing the work of getting your body to move and function better. You'll have a detailed set of instructions and homework to build momentum in your healing at home in between your visits. And that moves us into the fourth step, adjust and amplify. These will be a series of pit stops along your care that will stop and take a look again at where we are. And we'll redo some of the tests that we did when you started the process. We'll evaluate your progress and make any necessary adjustments to your action map. When you progress to a certain level, we'll begin to amplify the process by beginning some deeper learning and strategies across all 4 domains of the foundational 4. So we can really start to expand the level of that wheel so that you can gain speed and momentum. Okay, so to double back, you know what you need to do. You have to first figure out where you are. You've got to have an objective analysis of what's going on. So I'll invite you to start the journey and apply now. You'll get clarity about the next steps to getting you well. Okay, so great job. You've sat through these videos. We're at the end here. We went from the problem that you're experiencing and moving, and hopefully you're starting to see the possibilities starting to open up for what your life, what your health can become. Now, we're not going to get anywhere without action. So I'll invite you to click the link below, give our office a call, and let's get something scheduled so that we can see if we're the right fit to get you the help that you need. I'm Dr. Alain Desaulniers, co-owner with Dr. Chris Chatslow here at Revolution Health in Vancouver, British Columbia. Be awesome today. We'll see you soon.